A girl is walking through the corridor of palace. She is going toward a room which she could see beautifully decorated with flowers. No other sound could be heard other than her heavy breaths. The sky is painted with shade of orange and purple as the sun sets beyond the horizon. The soft rustling of leaves in the evening breeze, distant echoes of faint heart-wrenching sobs. There she saw a girl standing on the balcony, her figure draped in a flowing gown of rich royal fabric. However, she can't see the girl's face clearly. Obscured, blurred like a reflection in a misted mirror. Adding to the dream inequality, girl thinking disoriented. Who is she? Why do I feel like I know her? Her gaze is drawn to girl's trembling hand. She is clutching a letter. The paper is crumbed and stained with teardrops. The girl's shoulders shake with silent sobs. Her back turned to her. Girl, why does it hurt so much? She whispered to herself, feeling an unexplainable sadness. Suddenly, the girl's sobbing ceases. She straightened up, her posture stiffening, as if she made a resolute decision. Slowly, almost mechanically, she turned her head toward her, who is frozen in her place, her heart pounding in her chest. The girl's blood face, though indistinguishably, feel hauntingly familiar. Her breath catches in her throat, a chill running down her spine. Girl, thinking terrified, no, don't look at me. Please don't see me. The girl's blood eyes seem to lock onto her, even though she knows this is impossible, this is just a dream, but it feels so real. The girl starts to move toward her, slow and deliberate steps that echo eerily in the silence of night. Girl, frantic, stepping back. Stay away, what is happening? She backed away instinctively, but the girl keeps advancing, her movement unnaturally smooth, almost as if she is gliding. Just as she feels she is about to overtake her, the girl suddenly passes right through her, as though she isn't even there. She gasps, spinning around in confusion and fear. Girl, gasping, eyes wide. What just happened? She watches in shock as the girl, now oblivious to her presence, reaches into the fold of her gown and pulls out a small veil. The glass glints ominously in the fading light. The girl's hand trembles, but her resolve is unshaken. With a final heart-wrenching look at the letter in her hand, she uncorked the veil and drank its content in one swift motion. Girl, realizing in horror, no, no, don't. The girl collapsed to the ground, her body convulsing as foam began to form at the corner of her mouth. She, now filled with a desperate need to help, rushed to her side, but her hands pass right through the girl's body as if she is a ghost. Girl, pleading, tears streaming down her face. Please hold on. Don't do this. I can't let you die. The girl's body still, her life fading away with a whispered final breath. Dying girl, whispered faintly. I love you, Prince. The words linger in the air, soft but filled with such deep sorrow and love that it makes her heart ache. She can feel the girl's pain as if it were her own. Girl, overwhelmed with emotion, feel the world around her begin to blur and darken. The last thing she sees is the lifeless body of the girl lying on the cold stone floor, her hands still clutching the ladder. She reaches out one last time, but everything fades away to black as she screams. Girl, screaming heartbroken. No, she wakes up in her bed, drenched in sweat, her heart pounding so hard she can hear it in her ears. Her eyes are wide with terror, tears streaming down her face as she gasps for air, struggling to shake off the remnants of the nightmare. After calming herself down, she turned her head to glance at clock on her nightstand. The digital number glows softly in the dark. 4:15 a.m. There are still few hours left before she has to get up for school. Girl, sighing, thinking to herself, these dreams they are becoming more frequent. Why do they feel so real? She sat up, feeling a dryness in her throat, reaching for the glass of water on her nightstand. She takes a few sips, trying to calm her nerves. The cold water smooths her, but the lingering unease from the dream is harder to shake. Girl, I can't keep waking up like this. It's like I am living someone else's life, she worriedly whispered to herself. Her name is Wine. She is 19-year-old. She is sweet, innocent girl majoring in literature on a scholarship. She is gentle, emotion and easily frightened, with a quiet strength and intelligence that make her stand out. With long wavy hair and soft hazel eyes, she excludes a delight beauty, favoring modest, pastel-colored outfit that reflect her pure and gentle nature. Eventually, exhaustion overtakes her and she falls into a restless sleep, her mind filled with fragments, images of the past and the mysterious prince she can't remember. The next morning, the soft light of dawn filters through the curtains, waking Vine gently. She stretches, still feeling the weight of the dream lingering in the back of her mind. As she gets out of bed, she pushes the thought aside, focusing instead on getting ready for her first day at her new college. Wine, new day, new start. Maybe today will be different. She thought. She brushed her ears, her reflection in the mirror, showing a determined expression. She puts on a simple but pretty outfit, a floral dress with cardigan, wanted to make a good impression. After getting ready, she came downstairs and saw her mother in the kitchen making breakfast for everyone. So she sat at dining table. So my cupcake is really excited for her first day of college. She turned around to see her brother coming to her dining table too. Why, yes, Opa, I am, she replied to her brother while smiling, making him smile at her cuteness. Jin, you are such a baby, Wine. How can you get admission in college? He shook his head while smiling. Jin, Opa, she protested. Wine moved. Okay, okay. Stop both of you. Eat your breakfast fast. Otherwise, both of you will be late for your college or work. Both Wine and Jin nodded and started eating. After a quick breakfast, she grabbed her bag and head out of the door, the cold morning air helping to clear her head. As she arrives at the college, Wine taking the bustling campus, students are everywhere, chatting, laughing, and hurrying to their classes. She feels a mix of excitement and nervousness, But she pushed forward, determined to make the most of this new chapter in her life. Ryan, I can do this. It's just like another school, just bigger, she whispered to herself, smiling slightly. Walking through the corridors, finding principal office, she saw many students walking here and there. Some were standing in a group chatting with each other. The atmosphere seemed to be cheerful. She thought and again started to look for principal office. After reaching there, she knocked on door. After some time, she heard him saying, "Come in." Then she went inside. YNPOP. I went inside after he said come in. I saw him working on his laptop. Feeling my presence, he looked up from his laptop screen and looked at me. I greeted him and then he handed me my schedule. After taking it, I started to roam around as there is still time left for my class. As she navigated through the crowded corridor, she noticed a group of students gathered around something or someone. Curiosity picked. Vine cautiously approaches, threading her way through the crowd. Her heart skips a beat when she sees a tall, imitating figure holding another student by the collar. Fury etched on his face. "You think you can disrespect me and just walk away?" he said in a low but threatening voice. Boy 1. Oh no, what did he even do to make him this angry? He whispered slowly to his friend. Boy 2. I am scared too. Everyone knows Jungkook doesn't leave anyone who mess with him, he said in a low but scared voice. Why, Jungkook, she whispered when she heard. The student stammers out an apology, visibly terrified. Vine feeling a urge of fear herself but also a strong sense of justice. Despite the rapid pounding of her heart, she steps forward, determined not to let her fear show. Vine, let him go. You have made your point, she said with a steady voice, with a hint of underlying fear. The crowd falls silent, eyes turning to Vine. Jungkook's piercing gaze locked onto her, his expression unreadable for a moment. He seems taken back by her courage, but the coldness in his eyes doesn't fade. Jungkook, taking a step closer, voice low and panicking. Do you have any idea who you are talking to? Vine hearts pound in her chest, but she stands her ground, her voice trembling slightly despite her best effort to remain calm. Vine, quietly but with resolve. I know what I am saying. Just let him go. For a moment, Jungkook seems to contemplate her words, his gaze boring into her as if trying to decipher something. Her confidence and fear are almost palpable, a strange mix that piques his curiosity and something else he can't quite place. The intensity in her eyes remind him of a flash of a memory, too fleeting to grasp fully. Jungkook softly, almost to himself, with a flash of irritation. Interesting. Before he can react further, the bell rings, echoing across the corridor. The sound snapped the tension and Jungkook released the student with a sharp sob, turning away from Vine but not before issuing a warning. Jungkook, glancing back at her, voice cold. Watch yourself. Next time, you might not be so lucky. As Jungkook strived off, Vine let out a breath she didn't realize she was holding. She's shaken, but she doesn't let it show, keeping her composure as the crowd disappears. After everyone left, she went to the boy on ground and asked, Wine, are you fine? Do you want to go to medical room? Asked worriedly, but the boy shook his head, smiling while saying, Boy, no, it's okay. Thank you for helping me. By the way, are you new here? He asked. Wine nodded. That's why, he whispered to himself. Wine, what is it? She asked, not understanding anything. Boy, nothing. Thanks once again and take care. Saying this, he hurriedly left to his class. Wine looked at his bag, confused and worried, but also left for her class. Wine, oh no, I have class to attend. Run, Wine, otherwise you will be late on your first day. She hurriedly came to her class and stopped at the door to catch her breath when she heard an announcement. Attention student, due to a meeting, your class will start in some time, but no student is allowed to leave his or her class. Maintain silence. Thank you. Student became happy after hearing this and started talking with each other. Thank you God for saving me from detention on the very first day, she said and entered in her class with a smile. When she enters the class, she spots an empty seat next to a boy who smiled warmly at her. Relieved to see a friendly face, she takes the seat beside him. He introduced himself as Taehyung, a charming and handsome student with a friendly demeanor. Taehyung, hi, I am Taehyung. You are new here, right? He asked, smiling. Why? Yes, I am Why. Nice to meet you. She smiled back, trying to push aside her earlier encounter. Taehyung and Wine quickly strike up a conversation, her kind and innocent nature making her easy to talk to. However, as they chat, Wine can feel the weight of someone's gaze on her. She glances across the room and sees Jungkook glaring at her, his eyes filled with suspicion and something darker. From his seat, Jungkook watches the interaction between Wine and Taehyung with growing irritation. To him, Wine's action earlier seemed to be a kind of act, just another girl trying to get his attention. Seeing her now laughing and talking with Taehyung, who Jungkook already has a tense history with, only fueled his anger. Jungkook, thinking to himself, Rake Shimri. So she's just like other, just another girl trying to play with me. But she regrets thinking she can. Fool me. To Jeon Jungkook. Really? He smiled. His gaze hardened as he watches Taehyung smile at Wine. Jealousy and anger brewing inside him. Jungkook clenches his face, determined to make Wine pay for what he sees as her deceit. He silently vows to teach her a lesson she won't forget. A quick introduction of new characters. Jungkook is 20-year-old hired to a powerful business empire, known for his cold, ruthless demeanor, with sharp features, dark hair, and piercing blue eyes. He commands attention wherever he goes, confident and arrogant. Jungkook is a classic bad boy who believes the world revolves around him. His style is sleek and expensive, reflecting his privileged status. Taehyung, 20, is a warm-hearted and gentle soul, contrasting sharply with Jungkook. He is the son of a prominent businessman but is determined to forge his own path. Handsome with soft features, light brown hair and warm brown eyes, Taehyung's laid-back style and easygoing nature make him a natural protector and a comforting presence to those around him. Don't forget to tell me did you like it or not. Also like, share and subscribe my channel for next part. Thanks for watching.